Hi, I'm Beck Blyer, and we're back with another episode of, and I'll be hosting Talk All Sports. And today I'm joined with Jackson Kramer and Ben Weinstein, and we'll be talking about some of the NBA trade watch of some players and good destination spots for them this off season. So, Ben, what is your first big trade?
So I have a lot of stuff on here, but
Say one for now.
probably the story of the offseason is going to be Damian Lillard. I mean, he's pretty unhappy in Portland, and he wants to win. He has no problem leaving. So some potential spots I have him are the Lakers if they can cough up enough to get him for. 76ers, Golden State, and Boston. I think those could form some very deadly teams. I think ring contenders, and I just think it could all happen, and yeah.
Do you have a Damian Lillard trade?
I do have a Damian Lillard trade. I don't have anyone he's going to get traded for because I don't know who yet, but I think he's going to be going to the Warriors just the Warriors or the Lakers.
Yeah, that can definitely happen. I do have a Lillard trade as well. I personally like the fit with the Celtics the most. Yes, you're giving up Jaylen Brown, probably, who's 24 and one of the best young players in the league. But I think it's worth it because I think Lillard and Tatum are good enough to take you all the way. If you can also throw in young guys like Romeo Langford, Aaron Nesmith, and picks, I think this five of Lillard, Smart, Tatum, Horford, and Robert Williams can take you all the way in the Eastern Conference.
Another destination to keep an eye on for Dame is going to be the New York Knicks. I think there's been a lot of talk about that throughout the past year or so. Definitely seeing the situation both teams are in. I think Dame would be great for the Knicks. So.
I also think the Miami Heat could be a destination spot, but we got to move on from Dame. Another big trade talk after being terrible for the 76ers, the playoffs, is Ben Simmons. Do any of you guys have Ben? Do you have a Ben Simmons trade?
Well, his lack of offense in shooting and just really shooting, I feel like is just not what the Sixers need right now. They need a shooter. So, and then Philly's unhappy with him. I think the town and just how his fit is right now is pretty poor. Some spots are Minnesota, Portland, and Golden State. I feel like Golden State and Minnesota are a bit of stretches, but Simmons for Dame and a bit more movement, I think could be a very possible trade.
Yeah.
What about you?
I had the same thing. I had Ben Simmons going to Portland. I think that they could be a good team.
So I think Ben Simmons for Dame is a very good possibility, but I think it also would take a lot, and I think Ben Simmons, Maxey, Thibault, and a ton of picks can get you Dame. But I also really like the idea if Philly doesn't want to go the direction of giving up a full future, maybe trade like Ben Simmons for like C.J. McCollum, and maybe you can get another like Robert Covington in return, or like maybe a pick, or you can trade him to Minnesota for D'Angelo Russell. I think if Portland gets Ben Simmons and they keep Dame, I think they can be a lot more competitive. And I think Minnesota, that can help them finally possibly make the playoffs for the first time since 2018. And I still think Philly will be competitive and get a better shot creator at the guard spot.
Another guy to look out for on the move, Miles Turner. He showed a lot of potential, especially at the end of the year. He showed a lot of promising things. He is also, I feel like, not in the greatest spot of Indy right now. I think some possible places are New Orleans, Boston, and Dallas. I think Dallas is a great spot for him. They could use a big to help Luka. I think it would be a great third or fourth option. And I think they could definitely do Porzingis but Dallas gets a bit more, and I think that could be a great deal.
Do you have a Miles Turner
I
trade?
do not, but I have a C.J. McCollum trade. I think he goes to the Pistons. I think that could help the Pistons maybe just in a couple years get to the playoffs.
Nice veteran presence. What about you, Beck?
I have a Miles Turner trade. I think the Pelicans and the Celtics are, in my opinion, the two best teams. I think the Pelicans can give up maybe like Eric Bledsoe can make the money work, and I'm sure they would love to get off of that contract. Probably pick 10, and I think that's good enough for Miles Turner. If not, maybe they can even get like another player back, because pick 10's obviously a high pick. And I think the Celtics can give up like one of Neesmith, Langford, who they like more, and yeah. And all right, we're gonna have to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and we'll be back another time. Peace.